just freshly graduated from Beauty Academy and I'm here to spill the tea. So basically, here in Austria, the thing is, there are 2 degrees of Makeup Academy. The first one is what I just did, Visagistin, and the second one, it would be makeup artist. So I don't know why is it like this in Austria. My best guess would be because of bureaucracy, because Europe would deflate like a balloon if it weren't for bureaucracy. And basically, as like a visagistin, she can only take private clients. Yeah, and a makeup artist can work for other firms like a theater or a fashion magazine or something like that. So that's the only difference. Both of them do put makeup on people's faces. Basically, I hated the whole experience. Bruh. I hated it. It was the worst, one of the worst experiences in my life, because some of you might know I started this school with a completely wrong mindset, because I was very anxious at the time when I started. I just left my toxic workplace, and the amount of anxiety that this school made me feel, I genuinely thought I will not survive this school. It was, first of all, the school required 50 before and after pictures of models, and I had to find those models by myself.
Oh my God.
After I did my mom's makeup, my sister's makeup, my 2 friends' makeup, I was left with pretty much like over 40 other people to find, and the amount of anxiety that it caused me to rely on other people that I do not know, my anxiety was through the roof. So basically what I did was, not only did I speak with these people that I knew, but I also started paying for ads on Instagram and TikTok, so I could yeah, exactly, just get more people. And if you ever tried paying for some ads on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else on social media, you would know it is not cheap. And the amount of people who wasted my time while I was actively paying for those ads is mind-blowing. Like, the amount of girls that just wanted to chit-chat, ask for some information, although I gave all the information in the ad. The amount of people who made an appointment and then never showed to that appointment. The amount of people who blocked me because they made the appointment, they didn't show up to their appointment, and I asked why, and they just blocked me. It required me a different, how should I say this, a different type of patience, a type of patience that I never knew I had in my life until this point. And it was just one mean girl after the other, and I was done with it, because the fact that I had to rely on complete strangers to even succeed in this school made my anxiety and my depression 10 times worse. It was bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say, yeah, I was managing. I was not managing. I was having a mental breakdown every other day, and my family had to deal with it, and I had to deal with it, because people are completely unreliable. So there's that. And the fact that I felt a little bit almost abandoned to myself, to fend for myself from this point of view, it was also heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. My cat just threw something. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and I'm not going to lie. It was not a pleasant experience. And also because I chose this intense, like the how do you say it in English? The quick course, the quick lessons. It was mind-boggling even for me, because I regret that decision till this day, because there's just 5 days of practice in the school where you can get like I said, the practice in the studio with the teachers, and the rest of it you do it at home alone. And then once a week you have this weekly Zoom call where you can upload your pictures, and they will tell you if it's okay, if it's not okay, what should you, where should you get better, and stuff like that. But the problem was that I never had the time at that. It was always on Tuesdays at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I never had the time to do that because I was always with a different model at that time. So I think I only once did that, and I realized it was not just my group that was getting onto these Zoom calls. It was the whole school, us together, not just Visagistinen, but also makeup artists, and not just from Linz, my city, but from all over Austria. So like I was like a little bit taken aback from these Zoom calls, because you had to sit there and just go through everybody's work, and I don't like that. Like if I'm just with a small group in my class is just a small group, I don't want everyone else to see my work in the entire Austria in this school. Like, so there's that. And the fact that I had to miss one day of practice because my model didn't show up. My God, that day I had to I think do my own makeup 4 times, and my whole my whole face was red and swollen, and I had to go home and apply some calming cream on it and aloe vera so it could calm down, because I took my makeup 4 times and applied 4 times in a row. Just because my model didn't show up. She forgot that her son had something like a swim course or something like that, and she couldn't make it, and she remembered that the morning of.
So, what?
Yeah. And also the school required, when I signed up for this school, there was a multiple choice test to be made the day of the exam, and they switched it up, I think at the last minute, because I never saw that in the online academy. They only told us the last day, like the last practice day, that there was no more multiple choice test, but you were required to answer 5 questions. So you have a whole course to learn, and you answer 5 questions about everything, and they can ask you anything. Like, of all the arguments you can be asked about the skin, about the hygiene, about the different shapes of faces or makeup techniques, or like everything, anything they could ask. And they did ask everything and anything. My 5 questions were about hygiene, about a face shape, like diamond face shape. What else? I already forgot because it was like rapid fire questions, and I studied so much, guys. You guys, I never studied anything after I got my driving license. I don't think I studied anything since then, and I had to start studying all of a sudden a whole ass book about makeup. So that also caused me so much anxiety and so much stress and so much just straight up fear to not make it, because it's a different thing if you do a multiple choice test and if you at the last minute know that you're going to get 5 questions. So there was also a roller coaster of emotions, but in the end, it all went well. I also had not only the 50 required pictures, but I think 61, because at the end I just asked some of my previous models to come back if they can, and each and everyone said yes. Like, I am so fortunate, because the mean girls, the ones that made my life a living hell, they stayed on Instagram and on TikTok, and none of them came to my house, fortunately. Those who did came, those who actually responded to my ads and came and got their makeup done, are the sweetest girls ever. And I really wanted to make them feel extra special, and each and every one of them got a little something, like even just a powder puff, to remember this experience, because I know how hard it is for them to just take some time off of their day and come to my house and get their makeup done, an hour or 2 hours. Some of them came from across Austria. Some of them came from Graz to Linz. They came from Vienna to Linz. Some of them came from this region, but they had to go by train, like, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour. Like, I do know how to appreciate those girls, and I am in eternal debt with them, because they helped me so much, so much. And yeah, in the end, I had a surplus, so that's a positive things. I scored a little bit more points by having more models, and then the questions went well. One required look for the exam was a daily makeup. I did that on my mom because my model really couldn't make it. She told me previously she couldn't make it. I do have understanding, because shit happens, and I know she came to me twice, so I know she wasn't lying to me or anything like that. She really couldn't make it, so I asked my mom to come. She came. I did this daily makeup on her, and it went really well. But when it came to the evening look, the second look, let's say I completely missed the point, because as I saw it, I never saw. I think I'll put the picture somewhere for reference. I didn't see like black eyeshadow, and my teacher told me there's a lot of black eyeshadow. I just saw, because I think the pictures is heavily photoshopped, I just saw gray and I saw browns, and I didn't see black anywhere, so I didn't put it. And there was a big mistake, because it was a big cat eye look or something like that, and my eyelashes weren't the right ones. And also the foundation that I did, the foundation in the pictures is very is a very heavy full coverage foundation, and I didn't do that. I did a very light foundation on my model, so that was a big mistake, because I should have like do it as similar as possible to the picture, and I didn't do it, so I lost a lot of points on that second look. But if you ask me, I loved my second look. I loved it. I'm not going to lie that it was good. It was maybe not like the pictures, but I love it how it came out, and my model also loved it. And yeah, and then they deliberated, they counted all the points, and then they came up with my diploma. So yeah, I got my diploma. I know it's not a lot. I know it's not like, I haven't learned to like do open heart surgery on anyone, but it's a lot for me. Like I said, I never studied anything in my life since I got my driver's license. That was the last book or the last videos, online books that I saw in my life, and after that nothing. But I'm going to say that so many people congratulated me, and I'm so thankful to them, to everyone who supported me, who was there for me, and who followed my journey all the way from the beginning till the end. And I'm going to tell you something. The silence is loud. The silence from a couple of people is very loud. I like, before I started this course, I had adults having a complete meltdown that I am going to go to school, having meltdowns like children because I was going to go back to school. And those same adults are now very silent now that I got my diploma. So be careful who you're friends with, because you think they're your friend, but they are not. And they watch every move, and they do copy you, and they stare at you, but they are not happy when you succeed. So yeah, there's that. And I had to be 31 to have that experience, but that's okay. It's part of life. That's fine. And what else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, the next step, it would be to get my license so I can start working finally. I don't know when it's going to happen. I do have some information, and I plan on going, actually I plan to go tomorrow to get the complete like informations, and maybe a pamphlet or two, a brochure or two, so I can like start doing all the requiring that are required to get my license done. I know I will have to do 10 more models, and I will have to go there in the Chamber of Workers with a model, and I will have to do like a daily makeup or an evening makeup, I'm not sure. And after that, it doesn't end there. After that, I will have to go to my city's I don't know how it's said in English, but wait, let me Google it. Well, Google says town hall, but I don't know, I'm not sure about that. But it is in the town hall, but I don't know what organ of the town hall is it. So I can yeah, start working. Like, I have to request a special permission from my town hall to start working finally. And I am eager to start working. As you know, I've been unemployed from March this year. It is July. I really need an income, so I will put a turbo on me and get all those things done. But it doesn't depend on me. It depends from the Chamber of Workers, and when they call me for an appointment finally. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you would like me to talk some more, just let me know in the comments. I would appreciate if you would follow me on my journey to become a licensed makeup artist, well, visagistin for now, because you know, bureaucracy in Europe. And thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.